My boyfriend broke up with me while I was in the hospital. Hi. So me, 28F, and my partner, 32M, have been together almost a year and lived together. We started off really happy and recently, it's all gone downhill. We both had the flu and I was extra sick as I have bad lungs. This meant I couldn't attend our plans today with his family, Saturday. So whilst he's been unwell too, he's been a completely different person. Constantly snapping at me and like it doesn't matter if I exist or not. On Thursday, my breathing got bad and I rang 111, who said I needed to go to the hospital. He then shouted at me, said he had work, and allowed me to go by myself at 11 p.m. till 2 a.m., and whilst I was out, he broke up with me. The next day, he apologized, said he would make it up to me on Saturday after family plans. He didn't. He then went for drinks for 3 hours with his friend. My issue isn't the drinking or going out, it's being disappointed again, and when I bring this up, I'm told I'm controlling and in essence, he doesn't want to be with me. He now calls our home the house of misery BC of me, not realizing he's the one making me miserable. I feel completely alone at the moment and looked at flats. It's all really getting to me. Am I the asshole for expecting support while I was sick?
Am I the asshole because I don't want to clean my mom's dirty sex sheets? My mom travels for work and is often away for months at a time. When she does come home, she usually flies in late, so she likes her room to be clean and her bed freshly washed and made. I'm happy to oblige because she's letting me live at home for free while I save up for my own place. And it's a simple request to just want the house clean. Plus, she's my mom. She's been dating this guy and is him over sometimes when she's in town. The last time she was here was Thanksgiving and this guy spent the night at our place. I know that him and my mom had intimate relations because I could hear it from my room. Yes, gross, but she's an adult and I'm living at her house. So, it is what it is. Anyways, she leaves to go back to work the next day without cleaning her room or sheets. And now, she'll be coming home next week for the holidays. I told her that I didn't feel comfortable cleaning her dirty sheets because I don't want to touch dirty sheets that have those bodily fluids on them. She got pissed off and was saying that it's not a big deal as housekeepers in hotels clean dirty sheets all the time. But I stood 10 toes down that I'm not touching those sheets even with gloves. She's still pissed but said she'll do it herself. But I don't understand how she doesn't understand that I actually feel offended that she'd expect me to handle those sheets in the first place. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for testifying against my brother in a custody case after he abandoned his child? I testified against my brother in court, and now my family says I betrayed him. My brother, 28M, has a 5-year-old son. When the kid was 2, he completely walked out. He moved out, stopped helping financially, barely called, and eventually disappeared for months at a time. His ex, Lena, was left to raise their son alone. I stayed close to Lena and my nephew. I babysit, help with school, and I'm one of his safe adults. I saw firsthand how hard things were when my brother vanished. Last year, my brother suddenly reappeared. No apology, no easing back in. He demanded Lena's address and threatened legal action. She had moved for safety and asked me not to give it out, so I refused. He accused me of choosing his ex over my own family. He eventually found her address and immediately filed for custody, asking for far more time than he'd ever been involved enough to handle. I was asked to testify. I told the truth, that he had been absent for years, that Lena was the consistent parent, and that he only came back after starting a new relationship and wanting to look like a family man. The judge ruled against him. He didn't lose all rights, but he didn't get the custody he wanted. Now my brother is furious. He says I should have lied or kept quiet because we're siblings. My mom agrees and says family loyalty should come before outsiders, even when a child is involved. I don't regret telling the truth, but being iced out by my family is wearing me down. So am I the asshole for testifying against my brother to protect my nephew's stability? Am I the asshole for refusing to go on my friend's bachelor trip after finding out I was only invited to help pay for it? I've been friends with Mark for over 10 years. When he got engaged, I congratulated him and thought everything was fine. A few months ago, he asked me if I wanted to go on his bachelor trip. I said yes, assuming it would be a normal weekend with friends. Then the group chat started, and I immediately felt like something was off. Every detail was already decided: location, activities, room assignments, before I was even added. When the costs were posted, I realized I was expected to split everything evenly, including stuff I didn't want and had zero say in. When I asked about adjusting the split, Mark said it would complicate things. That's when I found out the truth. I wasn't originally invited at all. Someone dropped out, and Mark added me so everyone else wouldn't have to pay more. I told him I wasn't comfortable going under those circumstances and backed out. Now he says I'm selfish, The guys are calling me cheap, and I'm being told I should have just paid to support him. I can afford it, but I don't want to be a last-minute wallet. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for ruining my relationship with my brother? I'm 19F and my brother is 16M. We've always fought, but over the last few years it's become exhausting. I feel like I can't say anything around him without it turning into an argument. It doesn't even matter what the topic is. Movies, random opinions, literally things that don't matter at all. He just has to be right. If I disagree with him, he'll argue in circles, talk over me, and if he realizes he's wrong, he gets loud instead. He tells me to shut up, calls me emotional, and says I need to calm down, usually with this smug little smirk like he knows exactly what he's doing. And honestly, it works. I get angry really easily, and he knows that. What really hurts is how personal he gets. He tells me I'm useless and worthless and that I'm doing nothing with my life. I work a retail job and run a small business from home. I'm trying. He knows that, but he still throws it in my face like it means nothing. He also has the biggest ego I've ever seen. Just today he told me he feels the need to give people a reality check if he thinks their ego is too big. I tried pointing out how hypocritical that sounds, calmly, and it went absolutely nowhere. The worst part might be my mom. She watches these arguments happen, and the second I finally raise my voice, she tells me to calm down. It makes me feel like I'm losing my mind, like I'm the crazy one for reacting to being constantly poked and insulted. This has been going on for almost a decade. I know I'm not perfect. I can be annoying, and I do snap back, but I don't tear him down the way he does to me. At this point I feel manipulated and emotionally drained. My dad is no contact with his own brother, and I'm terrified that's where we're headed. Honestly, I'm considering doing what I used to do when I was younger and just not talking to my brother at all. We live in the same house, but I'm done engaging, and once I move out, I don't know if I want a relationship with him if this is how he treats me. I miss who he used to be, but I can't keep dealing with this. So am I the asshole for wanting to cut contact with my brother? Am I the asshole for refusing to let my elderly neighbor use my driveway anymore after she damaged my car? I'm 35F, a single mom with 2 kids under 10, and I work from home most days. My neighbor Mary, late 70s F, lives alone next door, and we've always gotten along okay. She's got some mobility issues and her own driveway is kinda narrow because of how her house is built. So about a year ago she asked if she could occasionally park in mine when she has visitors, like her grandkids or home health aides. I said sure, no problem, as long as it didn't block me in. First it was fine, maybe once a month, but over time it got more frequent, like every weekend, and sometimes her visitors would park sloppily and I'd have to maneuver around them. I mentioned it a couple times, and she'd apologize and say she'd talk to them. Then last month, one of her grandkids backed into my car while pulling out, dented the fender pretty bad. I wasn't home, but my security cam caught it. When I showed Mary, she was sorry and said the grandkid would pay for repairs. But weeks went by, nothing happened. I followed up, and she said the kid didn't have the money right now and could I wait? I was frustrated but didn't push hard because she's old and I felt bad. Then last week, it happened again. Another visitor scraped my side mirror. This time Mary downplayed it, saying accidents happen and that I should just let insurance handle it. My premiums are already high, and I don't want another claim. So I told her nicely but firmly that I couldn't let anyone use my driveway anymore. It's my property, and I can't afford the risks. Mary's upset, saying I'm being heartless and that she's relied on this arrangement. Her family called me petty, and a couple other neighbors think I should cut her some slack because she's elderly and alone. But I've got my own family to think about, and repairing my car twice in a month isn't cheap. I offered to help her find other solutions, like talking to the city about widening her driveway or something, but she brushed it off. So am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for leaving my friend's event early after she put me on the spot in front of everyone? I, late 20s, have a friend Maya who is very extroverted and loves hosting things. I'm more on the quiet side, but we've been friends for years and usually balance each other out fine. Last weekend, Maya invited me to a small get-together at her place. She framed it as a casual hangout, a few friends, food, drinks, nothing formal. I agreed and even showed up early to help her set up. Once people arrived, though, I realized this wasn't as casual as she made it sound. There were about 15 people there, including several I didn't know. That's fine, but then Maya announced she had a fun little thing planned. She proceeded to go around the room asking everyone to share something impressive or exciting that's happened to them recently. Some people talked about promotions, new relationships, fitness goals, etc. It was clearly meant to be uplifting, but I started feeling uncomfortable because I'm going through a rough patch right now and don't really have anything shiny to share. When it got to me, I tried to keep it light and said something vague like, "Honestly, I've just been focusing on getting through each week." Maya laughed awkwardly and said, "Come on, that's not impressive, you have to have something." A few people looked at me, waiting. I felt embarrassed and kind of exposed. I repeated that I didn't really want to get into it, but she kept pushing, saying I was killing the vibe. At that point, I just said I wasn't feeling well and stepped outside. After a few minutes, I grabbed my things and left without making a big announcement. Later that night, Maya texted me saying I was rude for leaving, that it made her look bad as a host, and that I should have just played along for 5 minutes. I told her I felt put on the spot and that I'd rather leave than fake enthusiasm in front of strangers. She says I overreacted and made the night awkward. I think she ignored my boundaries. Am I the asshole for leaving early instead of just going along with it?